Hey there, my name's Dave Gleason. I'm head coach here at Athletic Revolution in Pembroke, Massachusetts. Today I want to talk to you briefly about a class that we held here yesterday. It was a 10 to 13-year-old group, and it just blew me away. I actually posted on Facebook yesterday that I don't know if I can think of a better class that I've witnessed in my entire career. Especially for this age group. But that said, I was just reviewing, what we went over yesterday, what was going on, like why was this class so phenomenal? And I think it's going to be a little bit different information for you than what you might think. And I felt it appropriate that I share it with you because it's so vitally important to providing such a service, if you will, an experience for your young athletes that's going to last a lifetime. Because so many times we use that cliche, we change lives, we increase confidence, but is it really ingrained into the ethos of what you do and the culture of your program and the culture of what your entire facility might be about? So I was taking notes because I reflectively coach on most of our classes, think about what worked well, what needs to change, so forth and so on. And I just wanted to make sure I gave you the context for this class as well. Again, it was a 10 to 13-year-old group of young athletes. Yesterday was the second day of parent-teacher conferences in the school systems around here. For most of the schools anyway, so the schools in my town of Pembroke, everybody had a half a day. It was a beautiful day. So right away I thought, I don't know if we're going to get through everything on our list, on our programming sheet here, because a lot of times the kids will come in just off the wall. They've either been sitting all day and not eating well, or they've been, outside playing, hopefully with their friends all day. And again, they're in their own world when they come in here. They're not ready to dial in and focus for us. So that was the case yesterday. We had a large group of kids, and we had 4 different school districts represented. We had 3 different age groups. These kids partake in varied outside activities, everything from Boy Scouts to soccer to nothing at all, literally no physical activity outside of recess or physical education in school. Very, very eclectic and varied group of young boys. It was an all-boy class as well. Also, when we look at their future, what does that hold? Of course, we don't know, 10 to 13 years old. If I were to guess, there might be one kid out of the group that could be considered potential to be a varsity athlete at some point in high school, if he so chooses to go that route. And again, we don't know that. So again, we're not talking about your elite level athletes, and we're talking about kids that we really need to try to ingrain a physical culture in. That's exactly what happened yesterday, and that's why I was so excited at the completion of that class, and why I'm like, I need to share this with my Facebook friends and our Facebook fan page, all our members that are part of that group as well. It was phenomenal to watch. I said to my assistant coach, Andy, at one point, let's just sit back and watch. This is physical culture at its best, and they're doing it on their own. Now, what happened? What was the outcome? We had a group of extremely tired and sweaty boys that laughed for about 45 minutes straight. Literally laughed. I mean, it was just, it was incredible to witness fitness at its finest. No doing for myself, no doing of, any crazy or incredible programming that we put together. Actually, we didn't adhere to anything that we had written down for this particular day. This is a great example of meeting the kids where they are from time to time. Are there instances where we're going to do our best to take them out of their world and put them in ours to make sure we get the most out of them? Absolutely. We have to remember that, especially during the school year, the entire day they're told what to do and when to do it. They're told primarily to sit still and not talk. There's very little movement whatsoever. So we're trying to change that, and we're trying to build a physical culture in these kids. So, there were no rep schemes, no real technique building or, coaching cues yesterday. There was a little bit of boundaries, if you will, what was allowed, what was not. We set them up with the context of different activities. And and we let them have at it with no real structure. We just kind of sat back and watched them joke and bond. It was a sense of community and relationship building that was just remarkable. I feel so blessed to be able to actually just sit back and witness it and observe it and watch the way the kids interact, the way that they self-govern, the way that they had so much fun. I've never seen a group of boys laugh as much as I did yesterday. Again, these kids, some of them 2 weeks ago didn't know each other from a hole in the wall. So I just wanted to share this with you just a little bit. This is conceptual, of course. This is about values and principles and concepts. But this is what can take your program or your facility to the next level. And more importantly, in my estimation, really help out the kids in your community. Really help out the kids in your community. Yeah, there's elite athletes, and I'll put quotations around that term, in every single community, but I guarantee you there's more kids that need what I witnessed yesterday than the kids at the higher end, that 1%. So take that, bring it back, muse on it a little bit, think about it, think about what you can do in the context of your own classes and your program to provide that kind of opportunity and atmosphere for the young athletes in your community. I'm going to come back with a more in-depth video. Right after this, we're going to shoot another one talking about exactly what we did in yesterday's class. So I'll help you'll catch on and watch that one too. Thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you again very soon.